Okay, so this is a simple interest question, though it's not as simple as it looks, but we'll get through it. It's not too difficult. Alright, so suppose an investment of £1,500 returns a total, principal and the interest, of £1,540 after 91 days under the actual number of days over 365. Okay, so we're just assuming that there's 365 days in a year. So, what is the simple interest rate of this investment? So we know that the simple interest rate follows the formula where we start off with some initial amount, we multiply it by 1, so we get itself, and then we add on some interest component times the n, which is a time period, and in this case it's going to be 91 on 365, like that. And that's going to give us some total amount, principal and interest, as the question told us, of 1540. So all we have to do is solve for I, very straightforward. It's 1540 divided by 1500. Sorry, that looks a bit like a Z, but it's definitely a 4. We'll minus the 1, and then we're going to divide 91 over 365, which is essentially multiplying this whole thing by the inverse, which is 365 on 91. And that's going to give us our simple interest rate on the investment of, so to start with, we've got 1540 divided by 1500 is that, minus 1 is that, times, put in brackets, 365 divided by 91, close the brackets. It's going to give us 10.695, so roughly 10.7%. 10.7%, okay. And if you've noticed, I've increased the thickness of my pen by 2, so hopefully that makes a difference. Alright, and now what is the effective annual rate of interest? Sorry, that looks really bad. I'll just underline it again. Effective annual rate of interest. So essentially, it's almost as if we were to compound this rate. So let's just see how this would look. Basically, what I want to do here, there's two ways to do it. I'm going to do it this way, so we're going to start with 1, and we're going to add on our rate of 10.7%. Keep in mind this has been rounded, so that's important to note. We're going to multiply it by 91 over 365. Okay, and so that's what essentially all we did over here to get our new figure. And then I'm going to compound it the number of times that 91 goes into 365. So 365 divided by 91, which is how many times 91 goes in there, which is a bit over 4. And that's going to give me some number. So let's use the calculator over here. Not really sure the best way to put it, but I'm going to say 0.107 times 91 divided by 365 is that. We'll add on 1, and that's our number, and then we put it to the power of 365 divided by 91. There you go. And then we've got a minus 1, which I didn't say that we would do. So that is 11.1314%. Alright, so there should be a minus 1 there, and that's going to become 11.14%, so 11.14%. Okay, now, this is correct, though there's a tiny bit of rounding error over here. Another suggested way of answering this question is by doing something like this. We put in some weird interest rate that we don't quite know yet. We put 1500 out here, so it's going to be 1500, compounding. How much is it compounding? 91 over 365, and whatever that is, it should give us 1540. So whatever this rate is, that should tell us what the question asked, the effective annual rate of interest. So that means I is going to equal 1540 divided by 1500, so we get that to the other side. Then we're going to put it to the power of the inverse of this, which is the reciprocal, I guess, is what people call it, minus 1. And that should give us almost just about the exact same figure, hopefully not too much rounding error. Alright, so I'll just move this so you can see it. Okay, so that's how, here we go, this is easy to see. Alright, 1540 divided by 1500 is that number, to the power of 365 divided by 91 is that, minus 1. It's just about the exact same number. It is 11.13%. To be honest, I think this way is actually a little more accurate, but if you use the original number rather than 10.7%, you will get the exact same answer, and these two should match. Okay, see you in the next video.